Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Make sure to stay tuned and tick-tock. Are you ready to join the Guardians of Time? This is a fantasy kid story about the Clocktower Guardians. Every full moon, when Leo lies in bed, he can hear the sound of ticking. When all the clocks in the world seem to have stopped, he can still hear them. Tick-tock, tick-tock. He can hear them in his ears, but it's not his ears. He can feel them deep inside his bones. It's his blood. They say that if you listen carefully to your blood, it will tell you secrets. Secrets of the past, present, and future. And Leo was about to hear the biggest secret of them all. Leo is an ordinary kid who lives in an extraordinary world. A world where magic is real, where mythical creatures roam free, and where ancient prophecies are just waiting to be discovered. Leo didn't know any of this though. For him, life was pretty simple. He liked playing with his friends, eating ice cream and solving math problems. Well, except for the whole hearing clocks tick even when they stop thing. That was kind of weird. One day, while walking home from school, Leo noticed an old worn-out grandfather clock. Its pendulum had stopped mid-swing, and yet he could hear it ticking. As he approached the clock, its chimes suddenly rang, echoing through the empty street. Startled, Leo turned and ran, the sound of the chimes ringing in his ears. As he reached his house, he noticed that the moon was full and bright, hanging like a giant clock face in the night sky. A shiver ran down Leo's spine as he remembered what his grandfather had told him about the full moon festival, a celebration of the Guardians of Time, who, according to legend, controlled the very flow of time itself. But Leo thought those were just bedtime stories. Didn't anyone else think it was weird that every full moon he could hear the clocks ticking? And why did they only chime when the moon was full? Was there a connection between them? That night, as Leo lay in bed trying to sleep, he could hear the clocks ticking louder than ever. Suddenly, his window burst open and a strong wind began to howl, shaking the house to its foundations. Then he heard a voice that seemed to echo through time itself. "The time has come," the voice boomed. "The time has come." As the voice faded, the wind outside the window slowly calmed down. And when Leo looked out into the darkness, he saw something that made his jaw drop. In the distance, above the treetops, he saw it, the clock tower. It rose from the mist, majestic and imposing, its clock face glowing with an otherworldly light. The tower seemed to pulse with a rhythm that matched the beating of his own heart. It was beautiful, yet there was something about it that filled Leo with a sense of foreboding. As he watched, the mist began to clear and he saw that the tower wasn't alone. Around it stood 4 children, each holding a different magical staff, a sword, a bow, and a shield. Together, they were the Clocktower Guardians, protectors of the balance between day and night, between past, present, and future. Every full moon, they gathered at the stroke of midnight to harness the power of the moon and maintain the delicate order of time. But there was more. As Leo watched, the children raised their weapons and fought against creatures of darkness that seemed to emerge from the very cracks of time itself. The battle was fierce, but the Guardians were powerful, and they fought back, their weapons flashing as they defended the realm from the forces of chaos. Suddenly, one of the Guardians turned and locked eyes with Leo. Time seemed to stop as Leo stared back, and in that moment, he knew that his life was about to change forever. He was being chosen. Chosen to do what? He didn't know, but he was about to find out. The next day at school, everything seemed normal. Leo went to class, did his homework, and played with his friends. But he couldn't shake off the feeling that something was different now. He felt a sense of purpose, a calling that he couldn't understand. That night, when the moon was full, Leo waited. He waited for the clocks to start their eerie ticking, for the wind to pick up, for the mist to rise, and for the clock tower to appear above the trees. He wanted to see the Guardians again. He wanted to know what his purpose was. As the clock struck 12, all the clocks in the world seemed to stop their ticking. In the silence that followed, Leo heard a voice, the same voice from before. "Leo," it called. "Leo, it's time." Taking a deep breath, Leo stepped outside. The air was cold, mist was rising, and the moon hung high in the sky. And then he saw it, the clock tower. It seemed closer this time, as if it were calling to him. With a mix of fear and excitement, Leo began to walk towards it. He didn't know what lay ahead, but he knew he had to follow the calling. And so began Leo's adventure, an adventure that would take him to the very heart of the clock tower, where he would discover his true potential and learn about the ancient prophecy that foretold his destiny as the new Clocktower Guardian. But that's a story for another day. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave us a like and subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode of Leo and the Clocktower Guardians. Until then, keep listening to your blood, because it might just be telling you something really important. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.